Mayor Pro Tem.
So y'all know y'all live with Snapchat Queen, the AI chatbot friends. The city council got a workshop today, boy. They got a hot topic, boy. They talk about North Carolina and the land growth. Let's see if we can skip forward to see what they talking about, y'all.
All right, do I have a motion?
Approve.
Second.
Wow, I got like a 4 seconds at the same time. Who's gonna take it?
On New Year's Eve, you are an Emerald. You
by the North Carolina League of Municipalities. The North Carolina League is the primary provider of information, support, and advocacy for North Carolina local government, specifically municipalities. And it dawned on me at the end of last year that we have really never done an overview of the league and all the services that are provided. So I reached out to Executive Director Rosemont Williams to see if she would be willing to come, and she has graciously come here today to give you an overview. So I want to turn it over to Rose.
Thank you. I'm very honored to have been invited, Michael. I appreciate it very, very much. It's been a pleasure to sit down with Mayor Pro Tem Forum and Valerie and Michael this afternoon and learn more and see more about what you're doing.
Now, I don't own the rights to this audio video. They get ready to break down some statistics of Greenville, North Carolina, and we'll see how fast the city grew and what changed in the city over a short amount of time. Now, Tiffany got a video here telling me they're having a meeting right now about me, and this is about all the stuff that they've been putting me through while I've been in this city. So we're going to listen to what they got to say and see why they still got Coletta outside, why they have a city council meeting going on with regular affairs, spending taxpayer money, why they got the local community in distress. Let's see what they're talking about.
Doing so much, and you have in the past, and you continue now to be prepared for that. It's been exciting to hear about what you're working on, and such an enthusiastic manager. One of the things I do when it was so involved, well, I should get to my official introduction, everything else I'm doing, but I always want to talk with managers. Are you taking advantage of what the league offers? And your city really is. And sometimes even in some of our larger cities, there's a miss. It's like, you could get, $1.2 million if you're taking advantage of this program or do these type of things. And y'all aren't missing a beat. But I also appreciate so much how you're allowing your staff to participate in training and taking advantage of that, and for your elected officials and everything else. It's tremendous. Before I introduce myself, though, you should know, if you don't already, that two of our most esteemed members of the North, I have some pictures and things to share.
We got to skip past that.
The League is an association that's made of all the cities in North Carolina. It has been in existence since 1908. Since that time, some of our services have stayed the same, which is legislative lobbying and advocacy, trying to bring these cities together to be a voice as one. And others have changed as time has moved on, whether it be COVID, after which we've opened up programs with the benefit of COVID money, even for the league that was appropriated by the General Assembly, without us even asking, to help our cities and towns who need.
Now, mind you, she's talking about all the programs that was out here in the city during COVID that took the money and ran away. We're trying to figure out what programs they talking about this initiated, because I showed y'all pictures of the local community. The only thing that's booming in Greenville is the outskirts.
Need help, who might not have a manager and staff like you do, who need help with finances. And over half our cities don't have a manager, and they're very tiny. I've got this in my slides, but all that to say, you're very fortunate here. But we're here to serve you, we're here to help, and I'm here today to tell you a little bit more about what we do in all aspects of this for elected officials and for staff. I've brought you I brought 10 folders of information that has in there information about the league, things we do, upcoming events, training, to let you know who we are and what we do, and have that to keep with you. I think one of the things that's on the top there are the legislative goals. These, and you have a member of our Legislative Policy Committee right here in Scott Dixon, who sat on that.
Now, I'm going to pause it right there, family, because I want to show y'all that I'm in Greenville, and this is the neighborhood with the houses. And she talking about the city doing real good. Talking about all the programs and all the money that they got in this city that we clearly don't see where it happened in the local black community, besides us being outside walking around and them wanting us in some type of drug program or a domestic violence program or some kind of program in order to get housing. Let's continue to listen to a family.
Policy Committee in the very last session. These are developed by the Legislative Policy Committee after soliciting statewide from officials elected and appointed across the state. What do you think the legislative goals should be of cities and towns across the state? And then they're voted on league-wide. So that is in there for this biennium. And you can see those goals. And we also have some core municipal principles that are always there. And one of those is what we know is local control. Want you to be able to make the decisions for Greenville that's best for you. You're here in this part of the state with a university to care for. We have coastal areas that have their own issues. We have mountain areas that have their own issues.
Now, mind you said universities you have to care for because the university has been trying to come in to buy this city for a long time. And they clearly has bought the city and took over the city using it as a hospital where they are knocking off the local people. That's why you see the local community in distress, and they took the funding and built around the local people using the universities.
So, and I will keep track of my time better. This is a PowerPoint I picked up that has the logo of the UNC School of Government on it. That's another organization that is of help to cities and towns. That, of course, is through university system. And we're about to put on a training for a lot of newly elected officials.
Now, mind you, let's look at these numbers real quick, right? Because you got a 550 municipality, however you say that, in North Carolina. The population breakout, right? 38.5% or 212 municipalities have less than 1,000 people. 72.9% or 401 municipalities have less than 5,000 people. Only 10 have over 100,000 people. Now listen at the statistics of how North Carolina grew. By 2022, 58% of North Carolina residents, there's 6.2 million, lived in one of the state cities, towns, or villages. In 1990, that percentage was 46%. Since 1990 to 2022, North Carolina has over 6 million people here. What do they think was going to happen with the town, with all them people?
Around the state. We're going to hit the road and travel. The next 6 weeks are going to be quite heavy. But anyway, we are partners with them in that training and partners with other things as well. Our training and education is a little bit different. Councilman Robinson, good afternoon. Than the School of Government. Similar in some ways, but we are full partners together. Our training might be a little more on the ground, if you will, more how do I do this? And it might be different for the School of Government, and the dean is not here, but we have a presentation that we kind of make contingent to each other that explains this better. We talked about the number of cities in North Carolina. Just to give you those factors, only 10 of our cities have over 100,000 people in North Carolina, and you are number 11 right there. But otherwise, it's a state of a lot of smaller cities. But where do people live in the state of North Carolina? They live in, the majority, of course, live in these city limits, and it just keeps getting larger. The cities keep getting larger populations. Some are losing population. Here's where it happens. We say cities grow jobs. Cities are the economic engine of the state, and they're just percentages and facts that show it. The taxable property in the state is there. 80% of all jobs in the state, 75% of all retail sales in the state, and of course that generates sales tax for the whole state. But of that 75%, only 36% stays with you. So you're an economic generator for the state. And the better.
Now let's pause there and rewind that right there, because that was very important, because only 36% out of 76% stays in the state. So where does the money go? Let's back that up, family. Let's break this down.
But anyway, we are partners with them in that training and partners with other things as well.
Now, mind you, their department, that's why I looked it up, right? Their job is North Carolina League of Municipalities, right? Is a member-driven organization representing the interest of the city and towns and states. So this is a middleman coming in to tell the city council members what to do with money, which is more money going out the window, which is why this statistic that she about to give us is the reason why We only getting 30-some% of our money back because the middleman is getting paid most of it before we even see anything back.
Our training and education is a little bit different, Councilman Robinson, good afternoon, than the School of Government.
Now, her training is different than the School of Government. Why is that if she's working for the government, messing with government money? Right?
Similar in some ways, but we are not, we are full partners together.
They similar in some ways, but full partners together. Break down this dialogue, family. It's two separate entities, right?
Our training might be a little more on the ground, if you will, more how do I do this? And
how do I do this is what their training is based on, the loophole law. How do I get around this law and make this law work?
It might be different for the School of Government, and the dean is not here, but we have a presentation that we kind of make contingent to each other that explains this better. We talked about the number of cities in North Carolina. Just to give you those factors, only 10 of our cities have over 100,000 people in North Carolina.
Over 10 of our cities have over 100,000 people in North Carolina. Greenville is one of these cities. This is why she is here. The population in this small town does not add up to all this that's going on around us in this short amount of time. Like I said, from the 90s, they started this sick game, and here it is, 2026, and they just got worse at it. This is what they started in the 90s. It's probably before the 90s, and this is why we outside in 2026, looking at two different wars going on. The city council taking the land through federal government land grab. This is a prime example of a third party coming in, working with the government to take the residents, because PJ Conley and them own most of the property out here. So this is why this will be an interesting meeting with him and the rest of the city council members that bought property. So once they leave office, they own property. It's a landlock controlling how somebody can move around in the city, if they can or can't get a place, if they qualify for the program, because this is what these people right here do. Landlock the land. Now, she's going to explain to us more statistics on how they came in and did a landlock.
And you are number 11 right there. But otherwise, it's a state of a lot of smaller cities. But where do people live in the state of North Carolina? They live in, the majority, of course, live in these city limits. And it just keeps getting larger. The cities keep.
It just keep getting larger, right? The cities keep growing. Through the college, through the university. They bringing their whole family in, claiming that they're coming here to get educated. I know people that came in this city and ain't left yet, who came here on a university scholarship and still going to school. And we in our 40s and 50s.
Keep getting larger populations. Some are losing population. Here's where it happens. We say cities grow jobs. Cities are the economic engine of the state, and they're just percentages and facts that show it. The tax.
Now, Greenville was already a productive city and state. That's why they bogarted our city with all these people. They took away all the resources that we made our money off of, far as farming, cotton, tobacco, peanuts, corn. I mean, we have a whole lot of food out here in North Carolina. They came in and took it away.
The property in the state is there. 80% of all jobs in the state, 75% of all retail sales in the state, and of course that generates sales tax for the whole state. But of that 75%, only 36% stays with you. So you're an economic generator for the state. And the better you do as a city, the better the state does as a whole. Just to let you know that. Municipalities besides the state are the only entity that take care of roads in North Carolina. Counties don't have that job. It's cities and the state. You all could wrap the world a number of times with the number of roads across the state that cities have to maintain and keep. Cities are also responsible for almost every drop of municipal, residential and commercial water in the state. It's very important. Ask Jackson, Mississippi, what happens if you don't keep up that infrastructure under the ground? You all, of course, you have a great system. You're doing a tremendous job there. And the 10 largest municipal water systems serve over 30% of the state.
Again, the water system is very important because that controls your living, your life, just like the food. It's about controlling our natural resources down here. You got to pay attention to what they're controlling through coming in on this land grab.
State's population. This is a very important role that you have. It's not the most, sometimes other elected officials may get to talk about things that might seem more exciting and important. I really can't think of many things that are more important. This is the health, this is the basis of our economy in our state. If we don't have good water systems, if there's certainly no economy, we certainly don't have public health. The statutory municipal functions are these. Many.
Now, mind you, she keeps talking about public health, right? With them controlling the water and things like that, the food, the natural resources. It's all about them controlling it because, like I said, I got a video up here where they tampering with the water. I'm trying to buy water. They trying to make sure you don't have water. They stealing money off my car while they following me around on a camera using the grocery stores to steal your money. There's got to be somebody in a government office following me around to be playing with these systems this hard, right? There's her up here now telling you how they came in using the government against the local people. Going to war with us using government, family.
Cities have these on the left, some have on the right, some have a combination, some only have a few, but these are the basic things. Again, having safe buildings in North Carolina, go to other countries where buildings collapse and things happen.
Now, mind you, she said you go building structures and a foundation, right? I'm clearly going around showing y'all these houses where these structures are falling, right? The roads that they just got a contract over here on 5th Street is already bulking and cracking, right? And she's talking about other countries. We have those issues right here in America where they're not fixing America problems. They building it for them, for their stuff. Listen to her words, family. Listen to her wordplay.
And you understand this is a very important duty you have. And of course, parks and recreation, could that be more important? That's the placemaking. That's what makes people want to live here and be here and do things. You know.
Now, mind you, parks and recreation, while she got that up here. Y'all know I love to come at the parks because it's the only place you come and really enjoy yourself, relax, and, you know, get a peace of mind. This is what we've been doing for generations. But when they trying to control when you can and can't come somewhere because they trying to control how you moving in the city using the government, it's called an act of war. Now, here we go with public safety spending among North Carolina cities and towns generally exceeds 40% of those municipality general funding budgets. Let's get back to this money because, see, this is what it boiled down to. Them coming here sucking our natural resources out, right? Tearing up our stuff, following us around, trying to isolate us, trying to create and make us criminals when they know we not, while they in government on a land grab.
Know all these things. You should just feel very proud about it. Public, we talk about the budget of the city and the revenue that you have. One of the biggest revenue or sources of revenue comes, you need to see, and then we'll talk about spending money. Property taxes are the largest source of revenue for cities. This is just an overall pie chart statewide. It's not
property taxes, family. And what are they asking for? More affordable housing, right? Jobs and health care. Raising the rent in North Carolina because it used to be affordable down here by controlling the natural resources and the finances. And this is where this company come in at to break down these resources. I advise y'all to continue on with this city council member meeting so y'all can see how they're using government to put us out, follow us around, harass us, and get away with it using government statistics and third-party systems. This is how easy it is for them to follow you around, harass you, and control a city. This is how easy it is to be human trafficked by people who hire themselves in government and covering their tracks using the law. This is how easy it is for them to put you out of your house, make sure you can't get a house while they follow you around, telling you what they doing through city council. This how easy it is for them to follow you around on those cameras that you see. This is how easy it is for them to track your bank account, mess with your money and your lifestyle while they sitting back acting as if nothing is going on. Y'all got to listen to these dialogue that they using and pay attention to these charts. If property taxes is the most thing that's being taxpayer pockets, right? When do we get these taxes back, and who is getting this tax money? Let's continue on a little bit more, then I'm going to cut it off.
Not particularly Greenville. Property tax and sales tax and the other taxes and fees are shown there. So it's very...
Sales tax. That's every time you go to the store and spend your money, they plus tax you. Property taxes at the end of the year when you pay your taxes on your property. Whether it be a car, a house, or whatever. So we putting in all this money, but we clearly can't get it back out. Now, I'm putting in money that I can't get money out of the system. I'm like, hey, well, how is it that my money working for everybody but me? How is it that the American dollar is working for everybody except for the Americans? How is it that the Greenville dollar is working for everybody but the folk from here? Now, every time I ride around to go look for a property that's empty, looking for how to purchase the home, it's either outpriced or there's no way to contact nobody, or they finally send somebody there who already bought the house. That's them controlling and locking the land, making sure they put you out so they have a reason to try to make you a criminal while they're telling you to get off all the city property. But you're paying for it.
Very important part of the budget of the city. We talked about managers. Unfortunately, over half our cities in North Carolina don't have a manager. We work on that. We try to promote that. You're very fortunate. We are governed by the league is a board of 33 people all around the state, elected and appointed officials, as I mentioned. We have one city clerk, one city attorney, 3 city managers, and the rest are elected officials who are in regions around the state, such as P.J. Connell. A complementary relationship with the School of Government I talked about. There's our board of directors, some of them there at City Vision in Greenville, which was held last year right here in town, and it was fantastic, which we thank you very much. That was a huge, successful event. It is a huge thing to put on. I know that it is, and it was awesome. And that is what we say up and down, and everybody had to participate. There are a lot of people, you bring people together to keep something, if someone's going to have a health issue, there could be something that happens, it takes everybody across the state, and that was fantastic. Our Advancing Municipal Leaders program is our education program for city staff and city elected officials. I've just listed some of the...
Now I'm going to pause her because, see, I told y'all we live in 2 different worlds, right? This the world we live in, right? She talking one way, and this is what we got to deal with. Even Big War right here will tell you all the shit we going through, right? Because he drive trucks. Don't nobody give a fuck about you in this future. I don't own the rights to Big War, right? But this is what we dealing with in our world while they in meetings like this act as if it's something total. They in a whole different world outside. Right here, Tiffany. This is the world we living in where they stealing money in the streets using the federal government to cover it up. Right? This is the world we in. So what she talking about in the background, we don't understand it. We understand this right here, New Breed. Babylon, World War III. Right? We in World War III while they sitting up here in City Council in Greenville as if nothing is going on. They sitting here as if nothing is going on. I mean, we trying to figure out what world they entered into at this Pitt County Greenville City Council where they don't understand that this is what they created war with, using this against the community. This is why I'm showing y'all videos of them having me outside following me around this hall while they doing meetings like this as if nothing is going on outside. I mean, they act as if nothing is going on outside at all. I mean, I don't know what's going on. But you live with Snapchat Queen and AI chatbot friends. This is the new normal. I mean, even DJ 7 got something up here. Corporate and government. You know what I'm saying? I mean, military accountability. I mean, we don't know where city council is, what they doing, or what they seeing, but tell them, DJ, we see something totally different outside than what they got going on. I mean, right, this the world we in right here, boy. We don't know what city council got going on. Dang. I got to go. But this the world that they got going on outside, boy. This the world they got going on outside, family. We trying to figure out what world city council is. We trying to figure out where city council is, y'all. We trying to figure it out. Girl, we trying to figure it out. Everybody doing good on the timeline. See, everybody doing good. Everybody doing good. Everybody doing good. Everybody got their money on. They got their makeup on. They got their teeth straight. They got their hair straight. Everybody in the house. Everybody got good jobs. You don't see nobody up here on the timeline complaining. Everybody smiling. Everybody happy. Everybody looking good. I mean, we don't understand what city council is talking about when these folks flooded the city. Now, I'm looking for some folks that I know. I don't know half of these folks up here. They won't say everybody that I know. I don't know what happened to. I don't know where the Greenville folks at on the timeline. I don't got no Greenville folks up here. That's what I'm looking at, baby. Where the Greenville folks at? We looking for Greenville. Still ain't got to know Greenville folk. That's what I'm saying. Everybody in Greenville done disappeared. I'm looking for them on the social media. I can't even find them on social media. You live with Snapchat Queen, AI chatbot friend, boy. Well, let me go and put my Tiffany back on, boy. Tip, go and flip the car, go and tell me the story. I'll be back, y'all. Y'all live with Snapchat Queen, AI chatbot friend, boy. At this city council meeting, boy. We be back, y'all. We be back. I just had to bring some receipts of our natural resources and stuff that we got down here. I mean, because I know we got a lot of stuff, y'all. We got a lot of stuff. I mean, we got gas, coal, all that. I mean, we got a lot of stuff. I mean, we don't understand them talking about North Carolina was doing bad when they trying to sell us bad gas and bad product when we had good products down here already. You live with Snapchat Queen, the AI chat my friend, baby. I'll be back. I'll be back. They can't steal my jewel. They daggone show can't steal this joy. They trying though, but they can't have it.